What do these buttons do? Retouch. I don't know. We're live again. Uncle BullCow in the building. It's cold out, so of course I'm in the building. I'm not going to be outside in this. Um, I decided to jump on and do a Q&A, a lunchtime Q&A. I don't know how many people will be available for this, but let's give it a shot, okay? I do have the members. Well, do me a favor. You're watching the replay. Smash that like button. And please do watch the replay, even though this is a live Q&A. I will read the questions off, and then I'll give you guys an answer to the best of my knowledge. But you are welcome to ask me about peppers, about hot sauces. I don't care. Ask me anything. And I'll try to give you the best answer. I am cold. Even in this office, it is cold. There's a door there. I just put weather strip last week, and it still is just, man. It's cold out, guys. We're about to get some more cold weather next week. We're supposed to get snow, ice, and it's going to be freezing. My battery in my car is not well. So the garage that worked on my car told me that they tested the battery and it was testing low. And they suggested getting a new one. I don't have the money for a new one right now. I just spent $1,250 on car repairs, $650 on tires a week before that. With that being said, yeah, I'm a little worried because when it gets down to 10 degrees, 15 degrees, man, it wreaks havoc on your batteries. So, anyways, anybody that's new to the channel, I am Uncle BullCow, and I review spicy products. Anything spicy. Matter of fact, this is the first video where I'm not eating something spicy. Why? Because it's a Q&A. I just had a Italian sausage, and I had some pepper flakes with that, so I'm good. I'm spiced up. But, so we'll get some folks on here. You can ask some Q&As. Announcements. I'll do some announcements before we get into the Q&A. If you're watching, do me a favor, leave me a comment, even if it's not a question. All right, Goth is in the building. Goth, let me know if you got any questions for Uncle BullCow. I'm doing a Q&A now. I have people ask me questions in the comments quite often, but I don't always get to all of them because maybe there's a bunch of comments or I'm busy doing a challenge or doing a review, so I might not get the chance. So today, I'm all ears. Announcements. We have a sale going on, guys. Let me explain something to you. I'll explain when I told somebody I do not make Guadalupe in the building. What's good? When I explain that, the sale that I'm doing on the Uncle BullCow, let's go to Uncle BullCow hot sauce on Google, you'll find me. The sale I'm doing, I make zero profit. I'll explain to you why. I have 3 sauces on there for $19.99. One cost me $5 to produce, one cost me $5.50, the other one cost me $6. So let's average that out, $5.50. So you're talking $16.50 production cost, right? For those three bottles of hot sauce, $16.50. Is that correct? $5.50 plus $5.50. Yeah, $16.50 for 3 bottles of hot sauce. Then that's the production cost for the kitchen rental, the ingredients, the bottles, the labels, all that. So then I get charged $1 and some change. I think it's $1.50 for each transaction, like that transaction. What's up? What's good? I said, Stutter Mike's Spicy Reviews. Oh, you kidding me, man? I see. Mike, did you change the did you just change the name of your YouTube channel, or is it a new channel? If so, let me know and I'll subscribe to it. And guys, ask me some questions, man. Shoot away. So now we're talking, $18, right? Well, then if you do 2 of them are League of Fire challenges, if you do that, that's $1.30 on those 2. That's $2.60 that I would have to pay out. That's $2.60. So therefore, I would be, if you do the challenge, those challenges, I'm actually losing money on the sale that I got going on right now. So yeah, but I do it because I want people to try my sauce, man. And so every once in a while I'll do something like that. And I'm not a big company. I cannot afford to do this often, or but I do it once in a while. And it's when, especially when I'm broke. You know why? Because I ain't got no money to send out no free stuff. Definitely. Uh, awesome. When am I gonna get rid of my mustache? Goth says. I don't know. It just started growing. Like I just I just shaved, and I didn't shave that last week, and I just left it, and I just kind of left it. So it's not something. What's up? We got Mark Garcia in the building. Kevin, happy birthday to me. Thank you everybody for the birthday shout outs. I didn't do a video yesterday. I did a video yesterday morning, but I didn't even remember it was my birthday when I made the video. So I don't make a big deal about my birthday. I actually did not have an elaborate birthday dinner, but I did have what I wanted, and I was in the mood for a New York garbage plate. So New York garbage plate is French fries and gravy, some sort of protein, sausage or bacon, and eggs, and usually a salad or a macaroni salad or potato salad. And sometimes people put gravy right on that. There's baked beans can be involved in it. There's just a garbage plate. There's 100 different variations you can have, but basic garbage plate is like French fries and gravy with some breakfast items with it. That's what I had for dinner, and it was awesome. And the kids loved it, and Mrs. BullCow loved it, so I can't even explain. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Mike, I almost put the picture up. It's on FireHub, but I almost put it up and tagged you as weird stuff Uncle BullCow eats on his birthday. So what's up, Greg, Raging Cajun? All right, shoot some questions to me. The mustache, I don't know when it's going to go. I might shave it off tomorrow. I might not. I don't know. I never rocked this mustache. I had a goatee, but this is all white. It's all, my hair here is still dark, but this is gray. And so I just don't look right. Plus, there's a little spots here where, when you get x-rays, it actually burns the hair follicle. So there's a little spot missing, and it just would not look right. I mean, I had it the other day. I had this growing, and it was just looked like it wasn't even there. It's like, this is white. There's a little spot there. It looks like two separate things. It did not look like a goatee at all. Can I grow a full beard? Good question. So here's the deal. I get really aggravated and itchy when I have facial hair, and I don't like it. I definitely don't want any facial hair down here. I got whiplash once, way back in the 90s, early 90s. I got whiplash, and I had that neck brace on, and my hair was growing into it in all kinds of ways and stuff on my neck, and it itched. It was crazy, but it actually made my hair reverse. So like when I shave, this is all goes downward. The hair's the direction. Here, the hairs go like up and sideways and everything else right there with that brace. I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I had grown like a 5 o'clock shadow, a little bit. Well, not 5 o'clock shadow. I've grown this before with the goatee, but only like a half an inch, man. And then what happens is I have real curly hair, and my hairs start curling inward when they grow out, and they start poking on my skin, and they irritate me. So I cannot grow a beard. Absolutely not, man. I would love to if I could deal with it and make it through that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, me just couldn't see it. I literally had a goatee the other day, and I probably did a video with it. I actually had all of this, and it just looked on camera. Or looking in the mirror, you can't even see it because it's just gray. I don't know how this didn't turn gray and everything else is, but I don't know, man. What do we got planned? So the only thing different with the channel is I'm not doing shorts anymore. If I do them, they're going to be on the private channel. They killed my channel. My subscribers count is the lower than it's ever been, and all that, the revenue, everything has dropped to terrible levels. And as you can see right now, that the video views, the live videos views just dropped way down. Like, that's not normal. And I blame shorts, you know, and I know TikTok is getting banned and going away, and there's going to be more people on YouTube shorts on it, but it doesn't matter, man. Shorts is not my thing, and it hurts my channel. It has hurt my channel from the beginning. Okay, um, it has. It's literally killed my channel. How do I got 30 over 3,000 followers and my view count is down? Like I have 500. It's just crazy. All right, golf. You went to Firehouse. The Sizzling Scorpion. That's the one. Now I didn't get to try all of them. I did try the level 7, and it was like a little sweet, and it didn't have a lot of flavor. I didn't care for it. Whatever level 7 was, I wouldn't get that. Some of the other ones are like Frank's Red Hot, and they had one of the bee stings, which are like a honey. They're almost like a hot honey. Uh, for certain stuff, you could get that, but I think they had Tabasco and the Gator Hammock. But the sauce that I recommend, and trust me, when I get some more money, I'm going to buy more because I ran through two 12-ounce bottles in a week. Is that Sizzling Scorpion Deep Canyon Company? One of the best sauces I've had in the past year, and it's hot enough for me. And it's got scorpions, habaneros, garlicky, oniony. It is the perfect sauce. I cannot brag about that sauce more. I mean, it's top notch, man, top notch. And if you break that down to 5-ounce woozy bottles, like if you split that up, that'd be like five-ounce woozy bottles for $15, $3 a bottle. You're not getting any hot sauce that has that kind of flavor or that kind of heat for $3 a bottle. You're just not gonna find it. Sure, you get a good Marie Sharps on sale once in a while for around that price, but usually a little more. Maybe El Yucateca is pretty decent, but still, that Sizzling Scorpion blew away the other ones. A horseradish wasabi tank? If you could pull that off, yeah, I would love to try that. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. Right? That's true. What's up, Alan Graham? Hot sauce reviews. Alan, you got the Spice Lander. You got any questions for Uncle BullCow? Go ahead and shoot them away. This is my first Q&A I've done in a very long time, and I'm on my lunch break, and I just decided I was like, I just thought of it. I'm like, you know what? I don't have anything to review. I've got hot sauce with me, but they're all stuff that I've reviewed before, and I was kind of like, you know what? Like, let's do a lunchtime Q&A. And I will, guys, so anybody's watching this later, I will do a nighttime one at some point. I already planned on it. I just haven't put that together yet. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's like, if I do something at night, it's like I have, there's either someone I got a challenge or saw somebody sent me something, I'm going to review it, whatever. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it. I would love to try that. You got to think about it, man. A wasabi horseradish tank, like putting that on some sushi, and you got the pepper powder in it too. Like, that's what I just, man, I'm telling you, that's how me and my wife, we used to make sushi once a week when we first got married. And we had an Asian grocery store right by us. Like, we'd walk up there half the times. It was so close. And, they had the nori and all that stuff. I've got a sushi roller, the bamboo thing. And I don't even really need to use that. I don't have to use that. I can make sushi without it. It's just fine. But yeah, I like my sushi. I mean, I like raw tuna, good sushi grade tuna, if I can get my hands on it. I like smoked salmon. I think smoked salmon, and some will argue that's not true sushi because it's not raw. I don't care what you say, smoked salmon. But my favorite roll, my absolute favorite sushi roll would be, I love putting like hot peppers, cream cheese, smoked salmon. If I got it, some daikon radish maybe or something like that, and maybe avocado if I have it and it's good and it's just the perfect ripeness. But I absolutely love love a cream cheese roll, man. You know, when we make them when we would live down there. We used to get fresh Thai chilies, so I would roll in. I actually have a there's a video, man, before I ever did YouTube or any of it. I had to use my computer, which had a crappy camera, but I set it on the counter, and the lighting ain't the best or whatever, but I set it on the counter, and there's a video. I found it on Facebook because that's where I'd upload it to my personal Facebook, that 2015. But it's actually on here on YouTube. Somehow, some way, I got it one time and downloaded it and put it back on YouTube. And it's very short, but it just shows the basics. And in that one, I'm using different colored fresh Thai chilies. You just lay them whole. Just take the stem off, lay them whole across the roll. And you had daikon radish and all that, and it just, I don't know, man. I like that. So I do, and I love the wasabi and mixing hot stuff. And yeah, we haven't made sushi in a while. I think we have some nori in the cupboard, but it's years old. So I don't know if I can get some decent nori. I'll make it again soon. Jamaican yellow mushroom pepper. That's interesting. Yeah, Goff said he's tried a Marie Sharps and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. So here's the thing: the only one I ever had from her that I did not like was the smoked one. It was too smoky, too much of a fake smoke flavor to it. I was not cool with it. By the way, guys, this is my favorite shirt. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. That's my wife made that for my birthday 2 years ago yesterday. She made this shirt. She actually, it's got old school League of Fire people. There's Power Pitbull and Mike Jack down there. There's Christopher Galley, Broken Charlie in the building, Johnny Scoville, Shahina, a whole bunch of folks. But she really did. It's got there's a bottle of hot sauce and, flaming eyes and the skeleton guy and stuff and this skull with the pepper. It's just straight up, man. She did her thing. She made this for me. She made the design, and then I had put it on a shirt on my Teespring store. I do have a Teespring store, guys. I think this might still be on there at a zero profit. I don't make a penny off it because their base cost is so much. But some of them I make $2-3. I hardly ever sell that stuff because I don't tell anybody about it. Teespring really ripped us off. They screwed us over bad. They started charging $16-17 base cost for t-shirts. So what's up, Blonde Dog? So I still have the Teespring store though, UncleBullCow.com. It's there. If anybody ever wants to go check it out. There's a couple of Mrs. BullCow designs up there. There's one that is a pepper and flames around it, and all the flames that are surrounding it are made from mother peppers. So she did Photoshop, she did hard work, no AI, man. And I got one with the Uncle BullCow logo and some other pepper quotes and stuff. But anybody ever wants, you can go over there. I don't make any money off it. I pay more for the 2 domains that lead to the site than I make profit every year. So, but it's there. And so if anyone ever, I hardly get. Here's the thing, guys. Let me give you some advice in the hot sauce. Do I sell hats? You know what? There is one there, Mike. I don't remember which one is still up. I don't remember which one is still up. The old, Mike, do you remember the old Uncle BullCow logo? Which is on the hat of the new Uncle BullCow logo. I don't know. That was the hat that I wore for years, and it's embroidered hat. It's really good, cool. That one was up there, and I don't see it when I go to the site anymore, so I don't know if they took it down or, and then there was another one. I had another, a fisherman's hat, but I don't think there's any upgraded hats on there. But I might make one. And actually get one for myself. I really like wearing my Fire Hub hat recently. Some of these, the hats, see this, how it's all rust looking? So it happens with a lot of them. It's from when I do challenges and I sweat. And the sweat gets on the brim and it dyes the hat. Listen to my coworkers, they're nuts. All right, let me see if there's any more questions. What am I doing this morning from Lawn Dog? I am just chilling. I'm working. I'm on lunch break. I didn't get to take a break yesterday. I had to go ahead, but I left early. I had to go get my car out of the shop. Ooh, $1,250. Uncle BullCow is beyond broke. And I just did sell a bunch of sauce, and and I got a nice big order from somebody. So thank you. She knows who she is. And so that helped. Trust me, I was that broke, and it's a struggle, man. I just literally got two tires put on my car 3 weeks ago. Then 2 weeks later, I got two more tires put on. They were more expensive because the back, I don't know, they're wider or something. And I literally was like, I don't really have the money for this, but I want to be safe. It's wintertime. And next day, after getting them tires on, the car breaks down. Oil cooler goes out. My belt was bad. My battery's still bad. And they said it's not going to, they don't even know if it'll make it through next week with the extreme cold. But it's $300 because they got to program it and put it in. They got to take the air thing off. It's just things ain't as easy as they used to be. So yeah, I'm going through some financial struggles, but what's new? God's got my back. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay positive through all of it. Um, what do I do for work? So I work in housing, and so do uh, all kinds of. We own properties. Not we, but my company owns properties, and we try to make sure that people pay their mortgages, their rents, and all that stuff on time, and try to help them out, and like a you know mostly office work, but I do go out in the community sometimes, uh, pass out notices and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I've done this for 8.5 years now, and I love it. Um, I love it. I love it. I get to interact with a lot of people, um, and I get to a lot of times try to help people if I can. So I like it. I worked in housing since, let's see, I've worked for these guys now 8.5 years. Before that, I worked for Ditech Mortgage, which serviced all the Bank of America, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae mortgages, accounts, GMAC, all that stuff. I I got out of cooking when we moved here. That was 2016, I think. 2016. um, I I was a chef my whole life before that, and y Michael, you ain't scaring no old ladies, man. Stop it. Um, yeah, I worked as a cook or a chef, either or, whatever. I've had chef jobs, kitchen manager, sous chef, uh, line cook, all of it. I worked as a cook my whole life, and here's the thing: I really screwed around when I was young. I didn't go. I took my GED to get out of school early, and I went and just got high all the time and partied and didn't care about life, and so I never got a trade. Just wasn't a thing that I did. But the first jobs that I had factory jobs, no doubt. All those went overseas, and factories closed and stuff. So, but besides that stuff, I only thing I knew how to do was cook. It was just in my blood, man. My family's all cooks, and I knew some stuff from them, but I was pretty much self-taught, man. When I was 15, I'd watch that guy that walk. I forgot his name. Something walk with. He's a Chinese guy that would cook, and he come out every episode. He had a shirt that would say "Walk this way," WOK, or it'd say "The Walk of Life," like. And so these sayings and stuff, and he was real funny. But I remember watching him. But it's like I did not have access to a lot of the ingredients he had, but I still tried. Yeah, factory life is rough. It's rough, man. It's. So I got into cooking. Yeah, I got into cooking from watching this guy and seeing stuff, and my grandmother, I remember her like buying me like Chinese cooking wine from the store. Like trying to use that stuff, and I already took a sip of it. It was disgusting. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to put that in my food. Um, and so I started experimenting with whatever ingredients I could find around the house and whatever. And boy, I was a disaster. I remember setting the stove on fire once. I was trying to just fry chicken wings. I was young, you know. I was, I think, 14 or 15, and I had a pot, like a regular deep sauce pot, medium sized one, you know, or small, and I had oil in it, man, a lot of oil. And I turned that gas stove, cranked it up, and then tried to throw frozen chicken wings into it. Oh yeah, so that's the only time that's ever happened because the oil boiled over and hit the flame underneath, and boom, the whole kitchen, the whole stove was on fire. And my grandfather ran in, and I'm over at the sink trying to fill up a pot with water to throw water on it. He came running in there and said no, and he said that'll spread the fire. And he took a bag of flour and threw that on it, and boy, it was a mess, man. So there was a lot of trial and error, but you know, I was a teenager. But by the time I was 21, I could cook pretty good, and I actually went. These guys, y'all are off the hook, man. They're loud as hell. Um, did I ever make cowboy candy? You know what? I don't think I have. I've made pickled jalapenos and a lot of stuff like that, but I never made the cowboy candy, the sweet one. No. Um, but I started cooking, and by the time I was 21, I was pretty decent. I went and worked. I worked at a pizzeria a little bit when I was 18, but anyways, at 21, uh, 21, 22, you know, I was out on my own and cooked and stuff, and and then I worked at restaurants after that. My whole life, nonstop after that, was just working in restaurants, and it's all I knew. And so that's why I knew that I could go into any restaurant, um, and I could get a job, and I did. Every restaurant I went into, there was one job I got denied. I remember I went in and the guy asked me what the temp was on a medium well steak or something like that. And listen, we don't temp. I know medium rare steaks 135. You know, I know, but still, I'm like. I just know when it's done by how long I put it on and by the feel of it. You know, I said that to him. Wrong answer. He wanted me to know that. So that's the only job I ever didn't get. Um, was that, and because I didn't know and it was his, and I respected it. I was like, all right, this guy he's asking the right questions, you know. Let me tell you what's got me a job quite a few times, cooking brunch at least, and now we're doing breakfast cooking, was a lot of people cannot cook over easy eggs or omelets, okay? I went into a bunch of places, and even if I wasn't applying for the first shift or the breakfast or the brunch position, I'd go in there, and this has happened multiple times, where I've gone in and they say, hey, can you cook eggs? And I say, of course. And they're like, would you mind cooking me some now? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, let's go. And they bring me over to the stove and they give me a, um, a pan, and it'd have to be non-stick. It'd have to be in good condition. If it wasn't, I was like, no, that's not going to work. And you know, I would go ahead and do my thing and make them the perfect over easy eggs, and they would be so impressed. They'd be like, "You're hired. You're hired. Don't go nowhere." You know, because they couldn't get. So that's something that's a lot of people have a problem with, is actually cooking and executing the perfect omelet or perfect over easy eggs and getting them onto the plate in one piece without having them break. So that was a big, you know, it's a skill of mine. But I mean, you know, after being so many years in the restaurant industry, you know, hundreds of people that can cook eggs. We all do it the same. We're all, you know, equally as good. But you know what, man? I've also seen people that just couldn't. So that was a big one for me, you know. Yeah, and they are, man. Hey, what's up, Dale? Yeah, so I did it too long, man. I was in the kitchens way too long, guys. Way too long. Um, and it was just, by God's grace, I switched careers at an older age. I mean, I was over 40 years old and had no skill sets except cooking, and I couldn't do it anymore. My brain and my body, but especially my mind, could not take it. I said, Chomper, what's good? So I switched careers, and it was all really just so crazy how it happened. We were living at the coast, and we were about to move up here back inland where my wife's from, and she said, I need to call my best friend, or I need to call my friend or something. She hasn't talked to her in forever. No reason why, just because my wife's bad sometimes about the, like, I mean, I think all of us are to a certain extent, but she's bad about getting back to people. And she'd been down there, at the coast for a while, but she didn't talk to her. So we were actually sleeping on an air mattress because we had the U-Haul packed up, all of our stuff in it, and ready to rock out in the morning and drive 3.5 hours. And she calls her friend Amber and was like, "Hey, I'm sorry I haven't called you. I'm terrible about that, but I'm calling you now." And they were talking and talking, and Amber's like, "Well, does Chris have a job lined up? When you guys get up here?" And um, she said he's got some interviews lined up, and she's like, "Well, what's he do?" And well, he's a cook, but he's tired of it. He hates it. He hates it. So she goes, "Well, tell him to come apply at my company." And it was doing mortgage collections. And I was like, and portfolios and a bunch of other stuff. But my main thing they were looking for was collectors. Like, have you ever worked, with phone lines and calling people? And I'm like, I worked at a magazine company selling magazines once, But so I went and I did the little test they give you, and I did good on it. And then I had to go through the training, and you have to get all these certifications, the CFPB regulatory and like anti-money laundering stuff. You gotta pass these courses. And so I took those. I did good. I think there were 6 of them. I got 100 on each one, except one I got 80 on. And then boom, I started working doing mortgages, and then the company, Ditech, I don't know what they did. Their stock dropped. They ended up, who knows what kind of problems they ran into, but they ended up closing our regional office shortly thereafter. And so I had to find something else to do. Um, but yeah, it is, man. It's creativity. It's like me. It's like I'll be like, I come out with a challenge this year, which by the way, that's sold out. The plantain chips. Um, I I'm not gonna make any more. I just Here's what happened was I came out with it, and the people that did it liked it, and it sold okay. Like the first week, it dropped. I gave some away, so there's maybe some people that might have bought it, but I gave them one, so whatever. But taking that in consideration, it did all right. And then nothing, right? So it's like a month went by, or longer. I think it was longer than a month. I think it was 2 months, but a long period of time went by where I literally had 5 bags of the plantain chips just chilling, and I was like, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna put it back into production. Why? Well, I have to get more. First thing, I have no more of that size bags. I would have to buy more in bulk, right? Um, I would have to get more labels made, both 2 panels, back and front. I have to book the kitchen. I have to spend money for that, and I'd have to make more. And it's just like I don't know. Now I know I could League of Fire would take some. I could ship some overseas if I wanted to. Um, but there just wasn't enough interest in it. I think if some of that stuff's kind of slowing down a little bit. What's up, Michael? How you doing, brother? So I decided I don't think I'm gonna continue it. I took it off the website. I got rid of the last five. I got rid of the last five bags of it. I made a post on Link of Fire and people were jumping on it. They're like, "Wait a minute, I didn't get to do that yet," you know. And I'm like, "Man, I already like shut this thing down," you know. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll pray about it, and I'll see what happens. You know, I might. I mean, League of Fire, they would like to put some in the shop over there in England. My problem is with that is that I want them to be able to make a few dollars. They give away so many challenges. Paul and Shahina, they're just such kind-hearted people. You know, I want them to make a couple bucks. And here's the deal: the cost of me making that and then the shipping over to them, you know, I would have to make no profit at all. And I don't even mind that. I don't mind. I would love to see some people in England burn off my stuff, you know. But it's like for for them to not make a profit and me not make a profit, it's like what's the sense? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But it was a good challenge, man. A lot of people had fun. You know, I didn't even save one for my wife. I bought her some plantain chips the other day. Uh, what's it? Yeah, I bought her some plantain chips from the corner store, man, on the way home when I was getting a ride home because my car was broke down. So, and I'm like, here you go. You know, put some pepper powder on it. All right, guys. I am. I've been on here for over a half hour. Yeah, you're right, Step Chomper. Yeah, it's. I mean, that's how it is, you know. Me, I'm just. I got a few. I got a little bit of pepper powder left, not a lot, but I think I have like enough to make three, either of the powder packs or the for the chili head pack that comes with sauce and powder, and then I'm done with it. The powder, you know, it lasted me a while. It was good. I don't regret doing the powder at all. It's just that I don't know. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't have the money right now to put into something that's long term like that. Like the powder, I knew when I was bagging that powder up and doing all that. And it was a lot of work, man. Weighing it out, and it was just I got the stuff all over my. It's all over your skin. I knew then that it was not something that was going to be sell, you know, and then re up and sell, and like it just it's not going to be steady or anything like that. I knew it was going to be like, okay, I'll get a few people, order some powder with some sauce, and then it'll stagger, and which is and that's what I wanted. I wanted to just have something on the website extra, you know, just to add on or something like that. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm sticking to the three sauces, and people love them, and you know, they're going to be available for at least another year, and you know, I'll decide what I'm going to do after that. At this point, I don't know. You know, if you put 32 ounces of Everclear into a tank, how much did you spend in Everclear? It's Everclear costs $35. I spent $35. Right? I think I'm answering it right. If you put 32 ounces of Everclear into a tank. Oh, you're asking me how much Everclear. Oh, hell no. That's beyond what I can even imagine, man. I know, you know, after you evaporate it, I have no clue, man. I know that the alcohol is cheap to make, you know, like tincture is tincture's not that I mean, it can be expensive, yeah. I mean, the startup cost. Um, but if you got powder, if you buy it and you get a deal on it, you know, you get it for $6 an ounce or something like that, $5 an ounce. It's really worth it. Now, when you start going above the base cost, you know, $10 an ounce is the cost for an ounce, which I don't mind paying $10 for an ounce of pepper powder. But if I'm buying a pound, I want a deal on it, you know. So yeah, if you look at it like that, it's yeah. I haven't made tank in a while. It's just not my thing. I like making it. Actually, I don't like making it. I'm sorry. I like eating it. I like putting it in my coffee. All right, guys, we're on 40 minutes. I'm going to go. I want to thank all of you for joining me for this Q&A. Uncle BullCow will be back.